If you've been feeling anxious, wired or short-tempered, or even completely wrung out in this heat, I need you to hear this. That is not a you problem. That is your nervous system doing exactly what it's built to do. I'm Sam, your yoga teacher, and this is Yoga for the Heat, a short series on what yoga can actually offer when the temperature goes through the roof. Not performance yoga, not hot yoga. The opposite, actually. Today we're starting with the why, because once you understand what heat does to your nervous system, the rest of this series will make a lot more sense. Your body has one job it will not compromise on: keeping your core temperature within a very narrow range. When it gets too hot, it throws everything it has at the problem. Your blood vessels dilate, your heart rate goes up, your sweat response kicks in, your breathing changes. All of that is coordinated by your sympathetic nervous system, the branch that also handles stress, urgency and perceived threat. Which means that heat and stress are not just similar feelings, they run on the same hardware. So if you feel more irritable in a heat wave or more anxious, like you can't settle, you're not imagining it and you're not being dramatic. Your nervous system is carrying a heavier load than usual. And it's showing, but the good news is that yoga has had tools for exactly this for a very long time. And one of them works in about 3 minutes. What we're going to do today is called Shitali Pranayama, cooling breath. Shitali is the Sanskrit word for cool or calm, and this practice does what it says. So for the technique, you roll your tongue into a tube shape, like a straw, and inhale slowly through it. Then you bring the tongue back into the mouth, close the mouth and pause for a moment before exhaling slowly through your nose. If you can't roll your tongue into a tube, that is completely fine. It's a genetic trait, not a skill that you need to add to the ever-growing pile to learn. So if that is you, the alternative is called Shitkari, sticking the tongue out and gently holding the tongue with the teeth. Inhaling over the tongue, same slow breath, same principle. Both of these cool the incoming air before it reaches your lungs. The evaporative cooling through the saliva is real. This isn't just a relaxation placebo. And the slow, deliberate inhale activates your vagus nerve, which is the fast route to your parasympathetic nervous system. Rest and digest, as opposed to fight or flight. So, we'll find a comfortable seat, wherever you are, however you need to be. On your mat, on the floor, on a chair, standing up, lying down. We'll begin by taking a moment to notice how you feel right now. There's no need to change anything. Simply notice how you're feeling. Warm, perhaps. Maybe a little restless. I'll talk you through the practice one more time, and then we'll do it together, sticking the tongue out and either bringing it into a tube or gently holding it between your teeth. Taking a slow inhale through the mouth. Bringing the tongue back into the mouth, closing the lips and pausing for a moment, holding the breath in, before exhaling slowly through the nose. Let's do that again. Sticking the tongue out, rolling it into a tube or holding it gently between the teeth, before inhaling. Bringing the tongue back into the mouth, closing the lips, holding the breath in for a moment, before slowly exhaling through the nose. We'll take 8 more rounds together, either rolling the tongue into a tube or holding it gently between the teeth. If you can roll your tongue, you might like to try both variations and see if you have a preference. Starting the first round together, bringing the tongue out of the mouth. Holding the breath in for a moment, before gently exhaling through the nose. tongue out. Tongue in and hold. Exhaling. Keeping the breath steady and unhurried. On your next exhale, let the breath return to normal. Closing the mouth and just breathing naturally for a moment. Noticing if anything has shifted in your temperature, in the quality of your nervous system, in how present you feel. There's no right answer, we are simply noticing how we're feeling. That's Shitali and Shitkari. Simple, portable and genuinely effective. Not because yoga is magic, but because slow breathing through a cooled airway sends a very clear signal to your nervous system that you are safe. In the next video, we'll talk about why slowing down in a heat wave is actually the most intelligent thing you can do. And we'll do a short floor practice together. If this one was useful, the playlist will be linked in the description, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for spending some time with me today. It genuinely means a lot. If you'd like more, have a look at what's on your screen now, or subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss future uploads. Links to find me elsewhere are just below in the description. See you next time.